Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to Willie's Firewood. It is a cold morning. It's 21 degrees, and that's a good thing because we've got to make good on our word. And I'll talk to you about that in just a minute, but I'll show you what we're doing. So we're down in the end of our yard. We've got wood that we cut last fall, but I'm pulling from this side over here because it's got more beech and rock maple in it. And we've put a load on the truck. I've got 2 loads stacked, and I've got another row kind of thrown in the back. So probably going to be just over a third of a cord, or just under a third of a cord. And we're going to go get this delivered to a customer. And let me tell you why we're going to see this customer, and let me tell you why I'm dropping everything I'm doing to make it happen. So we had a subscriber back in January, I believe it was, that was looking for a load of wood for a friend that allowed him to hunt on his property up here in Maine by us. He mailed us a check from out of state and was looking for half a cord. We had the dry season saw logs from PV Manufacturing at the time. We put a load on the truck and we went and delivered it, and they're saying that they were short, and that very well may be, because it would have to be a pretty good rounded load on here to get a half a cord. And we had to go down the interstate, so I probably left it a little low intentionally, knowing the direction that I was going to travel. But we don't want to short anybody, and like I told him, everybody works too hard for their money. We'll make it right. So I could probably send a couple wheelbarrows full, and it would be the difference. We're going to send a whole nother load. I don't want anybody to ever be shorted, and I don't want anybody to ever feel like they didn't get what they wanted. We all work too hard for our money. So with customer service, guys, if you make a mistake, or if there's any question that you made a mistake whatsoever, own it, make it right. That's the moral of the story with what comes down here. So we gave him the driest wood that we have left in our yard. This stuff's been cut since October, November, somewhere in there, and stacked. So we're gonna get this stuff split. We'll get it put on the truck and we'll go deliver it, and then we'll come back and we'll start our daily routine. But remember, your word's worth a lot. So let's go get this split. So there you can see is our pile of rounds. That's what we're going to put into the truck. Should be a little bit more than a third of a cord. Be between a third and a half. Won't be real rounded because we're going down the interstate, but we'll get this split and get it put on. is over 1/3 of a cord that we're gonna bring down and get this dropped off. So let's go do that before it gets too warm, and then we'll be back. So we're back in the yard. It's afternoon. We stopped at a new wood supplier and bought some seasoned firewood, or some dry firewood. It's all cut shorter, but we got a good deal on it. So I use that stuff and I put it in the roadside rack so we can have some seasoned wood out there. And I'll show you what that looks like. And then I'll let you know what the plan is for tomorrow. So we got everything all filled up and finished off. And over on this side, got one $20 bin that didn't get filled. And I filled up some more of the kindling bins. Got a partial up there, but that's okay. We'll work on that. But roadside racks are filled back up. That's good. We've got rain coming. Usually before a storm this takes off. Not the best firewood, but it's dry. There's some popple in there. I noticed a little bit of hemlock here and there, but short lengths, not real consistent. Talked to the guy, he's got plenty more, and I told him if he could be more consistent with his length, that we would certainly buy more. So this gets us going for right now. So we took care of an issue this morning, and we took care of that because our word is what we stand by, and you're only as good as your word. If you tell somebody that it's going to be something and it's not, you fix it. And if we fix it big. I'm not going to give them just what they were short. I'm going to make sure that it's definitely worth their time. They felt it was worth mentioning, so I feel it's worth fixing. So remember, guys, a little bit every day goes a long way. Help someone if you can. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're doing yet, but I'm sure it's going to be something to do with firewood, because that's what we do.